Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and next to me, providing insights, will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone... Big chance!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Vinicius Junior. Shot, surely! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Unai Simon breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Sporting Braga have the chance to go the other way. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Tchouaméni spots it and intercepts. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, important interception. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouaméni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Dink through. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Sporting Braga have got it back and they'll have another go. Quarter of an hour played. Vinicius Junior. And it's McTominay. Backward it goes. McTominay cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Nuno Mendes. Bruno Fernandes. He can run onto that. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. That's a throw. Turns and goes back. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Still goalless at the moment. Played over towards the opposite flank. Nuno Mendes. That's a sharp pass. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Rice. Mbappe! Sporting Braga claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. That has been knocked clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chouameni. Schlotterbeck. And here's Wirtz. He's chosen to go back. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now this could be a chance. And here's Wirtz. This ended up in no man's land. Nuno Mendes. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bruno Fernandes powering forward here. Rice knocks it out wide. There's the crossfield ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And it's Wirtz. Now it's Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Chouameni did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Added time.
Pedro Porro. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
Please turn your attention to the screen
review the first half.
Manchester United may probably be feeling a little aggrieved about not capitalising on such a bright start. Their mood at half-time should be more upbeat. The glass remains half full and it should spur them on.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And we are back on the way.
Manchester United are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Chouameni and Guardiol. And here's Wirtz. Mbappe. Bruno Fernandes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Nuno Mendes is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Pedro Porro. Schlotterbeck. Mendes is onto it in a flash. McTominay knocks it into space. That has found him in acres of space. McTominay. Now that's a lovely exchange. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Thuong. Van Dijk wins the duel this time. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Wirtz picks it up out wide. It's a promising position. Oh, that's a fine challenge. Sporting Braga appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
He is just caressing the ball. Has a look and plays it forward. So what can they make of this? Vinicius Junior receives it in a good position here.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Looking for a runner. And the shot!
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 22, that's number 21, Vinicius Junior. Number 20,
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them.
Number 15, Eze. Number 24,
Jimenez.
That's so good and so often seen nowadays. Don't give them time to think on the ball.
Manchester United are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Yeah, and I think if you're looking for change in a tight game like this, Peter, it's all about getting the timing right. Sporting Braga seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped. Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Great defending, strong and determined. Well, they're certainly pressing with purpose here. Chouameni. Alex Soboslai. Now DiMarco, Saliba, and he's away. He won't be happy with that one, and that's a dangerous ball.
Well, they've got one eye on the clock, but the balancing act is very fine at this stage. Go for it, and it could backfire. Sit back, and it may be at a price.
Lots to play. McTominay!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Chouameni works it forward. McTominay. He might have to go it alone here. And it's McTominay. Aims beyond the defence. And the finish! Oh, yes, it's there! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it. And that's the end. Manchester United have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. McTominay claiming the Man of the Match award,
Just a quick
and there
announcement,
is
it is
very
now
little
time
room
our
for
special
argument.
lottery. Please grab the tickets you were given when you were
Thrilling,
walking through the gates.
nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Manchester United.
I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Haaland! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with him on board.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Schlotterbeck and Guardiol. Eder Militao. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
No, he's not getting his way this time. Now, can they get him away? Bruno Fernandes. And it's Valverde. Vinicius Junior. So we're still where we started right now. First quarter of an hour gone. Looking for options for movement. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's a chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Valverde actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now a sudden chance to counter. Chouameni.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Reinders. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Valverde. Tries to play it through. He was under real pressure there. Bruno Fernandes. It's a promising position. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
McTominay and Reinders. Now it's Haaland. And it's Reinders. Well, that is one way to stop him. He might be in. Decent chance! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
They've played it short. Wits. Schlotterbeck. Guardiol. Over to the other side. Now Eder Militao. Chouameni. Reinders. And it's Chouameni. Now McTominay, Wits, and he's in on goal. Now it's chance for a shot. Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Manchester United have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Milan have the chance to go the other way. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Well, there's no such thing as a bad time to score, but this would sure be a good time. Saliba, Tchouaméni. Now this could be a chance. Valverde. Oh, great defending, that needed doing. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be. Reinders was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Can he get onto this? And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. McTominay. That's very neat. He's on it, can he get away? Cleared away. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break.
Substitution in progress.
So off we go once more.
Manchester United have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
He's in a great position here. Oh, he's been caught now, and a chance! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
So, third corner of the game. Keeper's dealt with that. And now they can spring out of defence. Well read, nice interception. Tchouaméni, not the most convincing of passes. Passing is crisp and sharp. Gravenberg. It's Thuram. And it's Tchouaméni. Saliba. Here's Tchouaméni. Van de Ven. It's Vinicius Junior. Now this is an adventurous run down that left-hand side. And it's Tchouaméni.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Substitution.
It's their second corner of the game. And he was alert to it. And he's there to belt it away. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, that's nice. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mbappe! And here's Haaland. He is just caressing the ball. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Bruno Fernandes. Plays a sharp little ball here. Vids. Now it's Mbappe. And still we await the first breakthrough. McTominay. Nicely shaped ball. And the shot! That's a half-decent try. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Succumbs to the pressure.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 24, Erling Haaland. Number 25,
Manchester United perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Well, the manager's got a decision to make here, whether he's happy to stick or twist.
Substitutions taking place.
McTominay. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Matheus Cunha. He's shifting through the gears here. He's got tall. Oh, off the bar. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Eder Militao. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Now that's a lovely exchange. That's good play.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And he's certainly onside here. Gravenberg. Ambitious ball here. Now it's McTominay.
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 9, McTominay.
Sends it crossfield.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Number 14.
Wirtz, who's on a run down the left wing.
Number 18.
He's in plenty of space here.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
And that's gone route one. Bruno Guimaraes. Chouameni. And it's Sané. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's chosen to go back. Bruno Guimaraes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Out to the left it goes. Bruno Guimaraes is onto this. Very nicely done. He's had it taken off him. Quality ball. Thuong.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
The 90 minutes are up, 30 more to come.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time.
I'm afraid to tell you that we're expecting traffic to be heavy after the final whistle today. Substitution in progress.
So our quest to find the winner continues. Vitinha. And it's Guimaraes. And here's Doku. He's picked his way through. Header! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Eder Militao. Manchester United finding their passes. Now it's come to nothing.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing without penetration. They're just stuck in a rut.
Doku receives it in a wide position. That has been knocked clear. And that's a good ball. Shot a goal! And that wasn't far away.
Oh, he just got it ever so slightly wrong, Peter. There wasn't much in that at all.
Looking for a runner. Now it's Doku. Vinicius Junior.
Manchester United truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Chouameni.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he can clear it away. Half-time, extra time. So 15 minutes to find a winner, but is there anything left in the tank?
Substitution for Manchester United, number 8.
Exhaustion, physical and mental. Will we find a winner?
Coming on the field.
It's been
number
cagey for
15,
this long.
Eze.
Will the last 15
Number
minutes
10,
be any different?
Alexander-Arnold.
Bruno Guimaraes. Thiaw. And it's Sané. And he's worked it through. Jimenez gets across to intercept that. Vitinha. Wirtz. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Thuram takes control of it and he's on the move.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
Eze going face-to-face with his great rival. Doku has it out wide and in space. And it's Eze. Nicely weighted ball. Tries a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Danger averted for now. Alexander-Arnold.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Oh, super ball. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, what about that? Finally, finally, finally! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan take what looks to be a decisive lead.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find an...
And the finish! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today.
And now, please turn towards the screen.
Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Manchester United desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
And with that, it's time for... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And already we're underway here. That's a cute ball. Nicely weighted ball. And the through ball. He's shifting through the gears here. That's a decent clearance.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Keeper's dealt with that. Sporting Braga have the chance to go the other way. Now he's got space here. Oh, played through for the wide man. Can he latch on to this? And he's being shifted off it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be.
Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
Stood up well to him there. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the...
Vitinha! They want to be quick to recover this. A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
I'm really impressed with the tenacity he's shown to intercept that. That's how they're going to make things happen.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Thuong, Vitinha.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Tchouameni. Manchester United still without a single shot on target. Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. Wits threads one in, and that is expertly dealt with. Bruno Fernandes driving forward, played towards the other side, and it's Porro. Now Van de Ven, Nuno Mendes. And it's Porro. Now that looks a decent ball. Pedro Porro. Vitinha providing an outlet on that flank. Schlotterbeck gets it away. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Saliba. Here's Vitinha. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Can he get on the end of... There's the shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Oh, what a mistake! And that's a goal kick. Vardiol. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Bruno Fernandes going full tilt down the left. Oh, that's fabulous. Has a shot! It's hit the upright. He can get that clear. Chouameni has not got that quite right. Wirtz goes on a charge down the left. McTominay, and here's Mbappe. Saliba did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Mbappe must have made the worst possible choice there. It was crying out to be released left.
Gets a good foot in there. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And it's half-time here. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here.
And a quick
Any
announcement
opinion you'd like to
that
express on the
memorabilia
first
from
half?
today's match
Well, it's been
is
nothing
now
but
on sale in
frustration,
the stadium
really,
hall.
Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again.
Manchester United really can count themselves lucky not to be behind at half-time. Couldn't really work out what they were trying to do, actually. Letting themselves get dominated like that, it's very confusing.
Tries a shot! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
We're talking about creating a problem for yourself. OK, credit to good pressing, but that was entirely avoidable.
Vardiol. Wirtz knocks it into space. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Eder Militao. Chouameni. And it's Wirtz, played out wide. Chips it through. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Pedro Porro, Vitinha, and that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Wirtz. He is through here. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, that's nice. And it's McTominay. That is lovely. And he's had a hit. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Chouameni. Manchester United have kept their powder dry on the substitution front so far. Could that be about to change?
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Schlotterbeck. Now Eder Militao. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
He won't be happy with that one. Pedro Porro. Chouameni. Vitinha. Lovely bit of skill. Mbappe. Vardiol. Decent progress down the left. Oh, nicely intercepted. Vitinha. Chouameni. And it's Reinders. Now it's Kane. Little pass back. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Manchester United clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
And it's Bruno Fernandes. That's beautifully weighted.
Sporting Braga truly seem to be at loggerheads in trying to sort this out. Is it the passing or the movement that's the problem? I think both.
Tries to pass it through. And that pass just didn't quite work. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Schlotterbeck. Now Eder Militao. Vardiol. That's a good run down the left. Wirtz looking to run onto it. That's tidy. Vardiol. And it's made its way to him. Great chance! And that could so easily have gone in. It didn't, and the 90 minutes are up. So after that very late drama, we are still level here.
Well, 0-0 doesn't offer a fair reflection of what we've seen. The game's been vibrant. I think the atmosphere has remained buoyant, and we just need the scoreline to step into line.
So 90 minutes couldn't produce a winner, and we have extra time.
Just a quick announcement. We would like to inform you that CCTV is now in operation for your safety. Substitution for Manchester
Into
United.
extra time we go.
Number 22, Wirtz. Number 9,
Schlotterbeck.
McTominay. Number 25,
It's Vinicius Junior.
Reinders.
Kvaratskhelia.
17, Kane. Coming on the field, number 15, Eze. Number 14,
Big chance!
number 4.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Bruno Guimaraes clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Substitutions taking place.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's having a go! Wirtz calmly anticipates. He's had it taken off him. Now, can they get him? Chance! won the day! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Well, it's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Manchester United have fired themselves in front.
Substitution.
Sporting Braga are making a change now.
Well, he's someone renowned for his pace and those darting little runs, but also for being a very good ball carrier as well. They want to add more dynamism to that front line. They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
And it's Eze. Probing pass. Can he latch on to this? Oh, nice touch.
There will be 1 minute.
Oh, well played. Has a look up and drives it forward. Chance here to counter. Looking for options for movement. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Hakimi. Matches Cunha. We've reached the midway point in extra time.
A quick reminder today that smoking is
Both teams have run themselves into the ground out there. Does anyone have one last moment of magic in them?
Substitution for Manchester United. Number 11.
Is there to be drama in these final 15 minutes?
Is number 5.
They have given it everything. It's been grueling. But who will be standing at the very end? Bruno Guimaraes.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And here's Mbappe. And it's Eze. Gets his head on it! He will be livid with himself. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Chips it through. And a chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Looking for the run. Now it's DiMarco. DiMarco stood his ground strongly. Oh, what a climb! And that could have brought them level.
Oh, what a moment for him, Peter. He'll be losing sleep over that one tonight.
Has a look and plays it forward. Aimed beyond the defence. Played in deep, he rises! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
And they win it back again. Very much into the last knockings. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it. Manchester United can really...
And that is as far as it goes. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
We have already started here. Now it's Rice. He's got plenty of space out wide here. That's the throw. Cross to the back post. And that was very necessary. Sporting Braga finding their passes. Mbappe. Martinez claims comfortably. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, Aurelian Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yeah, he would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Van Dijk.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
And it's Guimaraes. Now this could be a chance. He's a sharp little ball here. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
He is just caressing the ball. Sporting Braga look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Played into the middle.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Crossed in once more.
Martinez claims it. Safe hands.
Can he spark a counter here? Great defending, strong and determined. Kane was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And the finish! Rice.
Thuong looks to get on the end of this.
Now Pedro Porro.
Van de Ven looks to the other side.
Well spotted.
15 minutes till half-time. Here's Tchouameni. Mbappe. Now that looks a decent ball. Chance! Goal! Braga! First blood drawn.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Eder Militao. No, that's been intercepted. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
And that is a little undercooked.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
DiMarco. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Swings in across. Bruno Guimaraes. And it's Kane. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Out towards the flank. And it's Wirtz. And the first half is done. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
A quick reminder today that smoking is only allowed in areas shown on this map. Thank you for your cooperation.
Here we go again then.
Manchester United can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Oh, good looking ball. And they've got Reid. Rice. And Jimenez.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
That looks a good ball through. Mbappe is herring after that one. Defending was strong and firm. Thuong. Oh, perfectly measured that. Now it's DiMarco. Now what about this cross? Defending of the desperate variety. Ah, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Kvaratskhelia. Now, what about a counter-attack? Pass somewhat off target. And he's quick to get it clear again. He has found the way through. And that is expertly dealt with. DiMarco. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Mbappe! That has not gone well. Nicely weighted ball. Bruno Fernandes!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's well spotted.
Substitution for Manchester United.
And we have our very first corner.
Kane. Number 4, Kvaratskhelia. Coming on the field, number 21,
Eze moves short.
Number 15,
Eze, foot in.
Substitutions taking place.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Played into space. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And it's Guimaraes. And here's Vinicius Junior, closing in on goal.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Vinicius Junior. Vitz. That's an imaginative pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vitz. Oh, what a ball! Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Manchester United really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And that's a simple one for the keeper. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Passing is crisp and sharp. Schlotterbeck wins the duel this time. Bruno Guimaraes. And here's Vitz. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Driving forward. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, that pass isn't the best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And he's managed to get free. And there's green grass ahead of him. Martinez breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Chouameni. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Van de Ven. Matheus Cunha.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack. This is now...
And that's it. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end.
Please be made aware
So
that
Jim, how do you
smoking is
reflect
only
on what we've
permitted
seen?
in designated
That's a
areas within
fairly
these
demoralising
grounds.
loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.